Hello everyone, so it's Thursday night and we are about to embark on our epic journey to Belgium and back in our trusty MX5, which will hopefully get us there with no issues. So we've got to get to Calais and get on the Eurostar by 9:30, so we do kind of have to get a move on now. So I'm going to stop blabbing and we'll talk to you in a bit. Okay, so we're on the M26 now and we're heading towards Calais. No, Dover. No, Folkestone. That's where we're going. And then we're going to get on the Eurostar and go in the Channel Tunnel. Should be quite an interesting foray. Never done that before. And then after that, we come out of Calais. We're staying the night in Calais in a random hotel. It's probably not going to be that amazing, but it's just so that we don't have to drive through to Belgium at night. I'd rather do it during the day with the top down. So, stay the night, start off early tomorrow, and then we've got the whole day to get to our first night's B&B accommodation, which we're going to stay at for the whole weekend. And so we're just going to take it easy and take all the back roads, and yeah, we'll get there for the evening, and have a nice relaxed evening, and then we'll go and do some cool stuff. Right, so we have got our pass. We think this is our pass. We arrived pretty early, but the guy still said that he can't guarantee that we'll get on the train that we're supposed to be on, because apparently there is a really long queue. So I think we're in the queue for the train now. I guess you just follow this long, never-ending digestion system of roads, but I don't quite understand why there are parking spaces off to the side. Is that like if you get here really early you can just go in there and waste your time? Who knows? So we're just going to stay on the road.
There's Tesla charging.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get on our train.
But maybe not.
If not, we'll have to wait for the next one. So I think we figured it out now. So basically those boards have the number that corresponds to the one that we've got on our little hangar here. Letter. And it's like an aircraft boarding gate thing where if you're very early then you have to park up and wait until they're calling your number, and then you get in the queue, which is what we're doing, and then you get on your train. And they just happen to be calling our number at the moment, so therefore we're not parking up and we're going to carry on driving until such time as we get on the train, which might be our train or it might not be, depending on how lucky we are. So this is the train that we were supposed to be on, and no word of a lie, we were the first car not to fucking get on.
As in, we are
literally following a lady who's going to take us back round, probably back to the fucking parking lot. Now we have to wait for the next one. We were literally the first car that didn't fit. There was literally, they closed the doors in front of us. Oh my god. So behind us, literally inches away from our bumper, is the doors of the train, and because our little Mazda MX5 is so tiny, they managed to fit us on. How fucking epic is that?
Oh look, there goes the doors.
That is literally the most amazing thing ever. Okay, so we're on, and we are now travelling through the tunnel, which you can't really see, apart from a few odd lights. And we're now about to tuck into our amazing picnic, which Rachel has made. Look at that. I mean, this is travelling in style. Look at all that. Epic. So, we are literally in the danger zone here. We couldn't have possibly fit on if our car was even a couple of inches longer. We are proper close, but we're on. That's what counts. And now we're going to tuck into our amazing picnic. Cool. Okay, so we have now arrived at our hotel. It's it's pretty reasonable for a 2-star hotel, I would say. Good sized TV. Bed looks alright. Location is probably not Calais' most salubrious region, but pretty cool. It's quite vibey. There's a few bars down the road. It's got quite a lot of atmosphere actually, so I'm quite impressed. And we were given a parking space right outside the front there. There's Max chilling for the night. That liquid didn't come out the car, by the way. That was there already, whatever that might be. I don't want to know. But actually, Calais so far has been reasonably pleasantly surprising actually, so we'll see how it looks in the daylight tomorrow. But anyway, we do have to show you the bathroom suite, which is quite something. Look at that. Oh, wow. It's like the designer basically had explosive diarrhea and then made it into a pattern. But anyway, we made it to Calais. We're all good. We're all alive. Didn't cause any traffic accidents so far. There was hardly any traffic, so tomorrow will be the real test. Okay, so we're waking up the next morning in fabulous Calais. Actually looks quite appealing, I must say. Interesting night's sleep. We left all the windows open because it was really stuffy, but what I didn't count on was the fact that all the bars, when they close, disgorge hundreds of drunk and very loud patrons into the plaza down there, where they proceed to whoop and shout and scream and make other sleep complicating noises. So eventually I got up and closed the window because I just couldn't stand it anymore, and then actually got a few hours sleep. So not the freshest night's sleep I've ever had, but not doing too bad considering. Discovered that those weird plastic birds over there are actually a water feature. Although what plastic birds and water features have to do with each other I'm not quite sure. So yeah, we're gonna have a shower, get ourselves organised, have some breakfast, and then we will begin our road trip to the Ardennes Mountains in Belgium. Okay, so as you can see, there is England and there is France and Belgium. So obviously last night we essentially did the little hop across the channel and ended up in Calais, where you can see we are now. And our plan for today is to basically follow this map down to this point here, which is in Walloon province, and that is in the Ardennes Mountains. which I didn't even know existed, but they do. And that's where our B&B is for tonight. For the purposes of this update, that's where we're going. We keyed it in and turned off motorways and tolls, and this is the route that Google is suggesting. So we're just going to follow that and see where it takes us. Okay, so we are now on the road. We are out in the French countryside. Top down, sun's out. That doesn't get much better than this. And we are just now on our way slowly down to Belgium. We're gonna see what we can see along the way on our grand tour. Now in Belgium, just across the border, which was literally just a sign on the side of the road, and it looks exactly the same on this side as it did on the other side. So you can kind of see why the whole United States of Europe thing makes sense on continental Europe. Okay, so we have now stopped off to have a bit of a break and have some food, and we're in this amazingly beautiful forest, as you can see. Just ignore Rachel freaking out about Bumblebee. And it's really quiet and peaceful and beautiful. And we're starting to get up into the more hilly parts of Belgium now. And it actually reminds me a lot of the Natal Midlands, to be honest. There's a lot of agriculture, lots of sort of rolling hills and dales, and kind of light infrastructure as well. So it's very, very nice, very scenic driving. And Max is doing very well so far. Had no dramas with the car. Everything has been performing as it should. And yeah, so far so good. And we're still on the same tank of fuel as well, because haven't really been driving any faster than about 50 or 60 miles an hour, because that's what the speed limits are here. What do we have left?
Little bits of everything.
Rachel's really happy because we're finally getting to use the picnic basket again, which we haven't used in a while. Since we went to Richmond Park. It hasn't really been behaving itself very well behind the seats, but we think we've figured it out now. If you put it long ways, it stays better. So yeah, good times. Okay, so we are currently 34 minutes away from our destination, and the scenery has lightened up quite a lot. Very pretty. Lots of little towns, lots of fields of various crops. We do have more traffic now, unfortunately, so we're now stuck in a long queue of cars. That gives us the chance to enjoy the scenery a bit more. Okay, so we were a little bit early arriving at our destination, so we've just gone for a little drive, and we've just happened to come across the Chateau Le Buol, which is pretty impressive. Look at that. It's rather pretty. I have no idea whether you can go in or not. I'm assuming not. But it's in the middle of this really pretty little town. Lovely grey stone walls. All very nice. Okay, so it seems that it's actually private and it's a hotel, so I don't think we can go in. But have a look outside anyway. It's rather nice. Right, we have arrived. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? This will be our home until Monday, the next 3 nights. It is pretty awesome.
Except the road work.
There are mountains, there are trees, and Philippe, the owner, is also lovely. There he is up by the car there. Everything is awesome, as they would say in the Lego movie. So right now what we're going to do is unpack the car and then go on the veranda there, get a nice cold beer and take a well-deserved break. Okay, so we are now happily ensconced at our table, looking out over a pretty fabulous view, I must say. Look at that. Really pretty. And we have our Belgian beer, Duvel, and we've just been poking around in the guidebook, which Rachel got. And we've decided that tomorrow we're going to do Ardennes. What is it?
Ardennes.
Ardennes. That's the one. And we're going to do some caves, and we're going to do something else, which I forgot. Walking.
Walking.
Train. Yeah. Excuse me. So that will be a good day.
That's the beer.
That's the Belgian beer talking.